This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We got the opportunity to catch up with big man Shaun Darcy during the week and talk to him about all things Freo. Well, Caitlin, you would have seen Jordan Clark's comments when he was interviewed at the start of the week, and there were questions were asked about social media and him getting bashed after social media bashing, that is, after giving away the free kick against Carlton, which cost the Dockers the game at the time.
Yeah, it's
You
funny.
can take it from there.
Yeah, so Adam Simpson was the one that called it out originally, and it was quite weird. I saw it pop up online, obviously, at the West, and I thought, well, this is a bit of a strange one. And then Jordan Clark the next day discussed the same thing, saying he got piled on after what happened and how horrible it was and that players need more protection. And so I kind of thought back about what it was like when I was playing. It was obviously horrible. But now we've got you in the studio. Like, what is it like today as an athlete, and how do you manage with some of the horrible comments that are thrown at you online?
Yeah, it's tough. It's something that I've went to the club early days that we need to teach younger players about how to deal with it and things like that, because there wasn't a lot of education. Like when I was first getting into a football team, there wasn't a lot of education of how to deal with it, because it is quite confronting. You go from 18-year-olds playing, like enjoying footy, to you make one mistake in front of 60,000 and everyone jumps on you. So
and you can get 50 awesome complimentary posts,
but you don't look at that
bad
one. You look at the bad one every time.
That stick, isn't it?
Yeah. So for me, it's like if it is getting too much, it's get off socials, delete Instagram for like a month or something like that, and you genuinely feel so much better.
Do you feel like it's hard to get off socials when the club is asking so much of you? Like, you've got to interact with fans, and I've looked on the Dockers website, on every one of your profiles there's a follow Shaun Darcy, and it like leads you to your Instagram page. So like, how hard is balancing that when the club wants you to grow your sport and be involved and interact and keep fans happy, but you are like, no, I need to keep my distance? Yeah,
so I've unfollowed every AFL team on my like, genuinely I don't all my Instagrams just
have you blocked?
I haven't blocked, but like I don't follow Fremantle because I don't want to see that on my Instagram. I want to see my friends and family. So
more dog pictures. Yes.
And like last year when I was going through the contract negotiation, people would message me, say, you don't follow Freo, so you hate Freo, you're going to leave. And I was like, no, I don't follow anyone. I don't follow anyone. I just want to leave my Instagram and things for my friends and family. And that's one way that I've handled, and that's really helped me, because you don't see any of the little comments and things like that coming at you.
Does it change how you feel when you do interact face-to-face with fans? Because it got to the stage for me where I felt so uncomfortable. I didn't know who was attacking me, that when I had to go and sign after a game, I actually felt nervous and vulnerable. Like, do you ever feel like that with fans?
Yeah, a little bit. Especially like you're trying to sign before and after a game, and you've got 2 minutes before you have a rub or something, and they're like, sign, there's 400 of them, and then they have a go at you because you don't sign everyone. You're like, I'm trying the best I can, genuinely. Like, I'm really sorry. Like, so it is tough, but we understand that 99% of the fans are really great and lovely people, and they just want to see the best, whereas it's just the 1% that sort of ruin it for everyone. So you try to have a look at that 99% of everyone.
So Jordan was saying that he's blocked pretty much everybody out there other than his family and a couple of mates or whatever.
Or he's gone to private.
Gone to private. The other one was Connor Blakely many years ago. He jumped off social media straight. He'd had enough of it. He just went, that I don't need this in my life at all, regardless of getting my profile out there or whatever the case is. He said, I'm done with it.
Yeah, so it's whatever works for you. If the blocking, I find no football, and try to keep it as low key as possible.
Do you think that it's impacted by the prevalence of sports betting?
Yes.
The fact that that people they feel slighted because their $10 bet didn't get up because you might not have kicked the goal after the siren or something like that. Does that make it worse?
That's probably the ones you get the most. It's either the Supercoach points or the multis that you've ruined. So
and I get it.
Like,
sorry, he's your biggest troll. We found him.
One more kick.
Check his phone.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We've got a special guest in the studio. The Perth Comedy Festival is in full swing. There are comedians like popping up left, right and centre, including this one.
Ivan
Aristigueta.
Also known as this one.
This one. I was trying to remember your nickname. It's the something from Caracas, but I forgot
what
the
the
maracas.
The maracas from
Maracas
Caracas.
from Caracas.
Yeah.
There we go. Venezuelan, but now one of us. You're
Yes, I'm
well
a
and
citizen
truly-
now. I'm a citizen.
Are you?
I identify as Australian now.
Yes, you
Yeah.
married in.
Yeah, my pronouns are yeah, nah.
Yeah, no. Oh, of course. Yeah, no.
Nailed it.
Cool, of course.
You are one of us.
Ivan, doing the test, become Australian.
All right.
How did you go through? How did you do that? How did you study? What did you do?
It's very easy to study. You have to download some just trial test online apps.
Yes.
And then you do that like 15 times, and then you're done, and then you know the answers.
Yeah. So if you do enough of the test, you see the questions.
There's a lot of stuff that I learned. For example, green and gold, the colours of Australian sports, like the Commonwealth, and which are also they are green and gold because they are the colours of the Australian National Recycling Willy Bin. I don't know.
Let's go with the green and gold.
The questions that are asked in that test really do reflect, would make you question some things about our culture. Because, knowing Don Bradman's average, just really, is that going to make you a good citizen?
Well, that used to be on the old one, but I know now 99.94.
Yeah, exactly.
And yes,
Very
99.94, very important. A legend, Don Bradman, a legend, which is an imperfect hero. That's what it is.
Yes.
Because he did. Yeah, that's
Didn't
what
get the 100.
He didn't get to 100, and I think that's very Australian. Like Australians, I'm gonna speak as
one of us.
we don't like perfect people. We have
That's
the
true.
tall poppy syndrome. And I think Don Bradman on his last chance, he was like, I'm gonna get egged. I'm gonna get duck, and then I'm gonna get duck, and then because this is very Australian. 100 is too perfect. We don't like that.
It's a great point.
We call
It's showing
them
off,
like
isn't it?
wank. Can we say that word?
Yeah.
If you had 100, it would be a wanker.
Yeah, that's right.
99. That's very Australian.
And we're going
mate.
greatest of all time,
Yeah,
but not quite
but
perfect.
not quite. That's what a legend is.
Yes,
It's a
it's
legend.
true.
A legend is an imperfect superhero. It's because everything in Australia is balanced. You have to the yeah nah. It's the bit of nah.
Yeah, nah is the yin yang of Australia,
exactly.
isn't it? Yeah.
So what if you say, "Oh, you're gonna meet my mate Jono? He's a legend." You know that Jono is a great person, but
Yes.
he's also a dickhead.
You know that Jono's done some stuff.
Jono is a hardworking man.
Yes.
Jono is a hardworking man. He supports his extended family. He gives
Yes.
money to charity, volunteers for great causes.
Yes.
But when Jono gets drunk, he likes to
Smokes
light
meth.
his.
He's a hot mess.
He lights his pupils on fire while singing "Horses" by
Yes.
Daryl Braithwaite.
Yes. You really did do the citizenship test.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ivan, when you first came over to Australia, no one would have guessed you were from Venezuela,
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Yeah,
Venezuela.
Not that one. Because Spanish is spoken in many countries, and I physically don't look much South American Latino because my family's from Spain. So
Right.
yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the reason.
right.
Yeah.
What's the biggest insult for you? So if you met
yes.
an Aussie and you said to them, "Oh, are you from New Zealand?"
Yes.
I think that is the greatest
Yes.
insult. What would be the equivalent for you?
Wow, I don't like to get into this stuff.
So if
I
we were
don't
to call
like
you a Colombian, would that be good or bad?
I have so many great Colombian friends. They're like because that's the thing. If they say, "Are you from New Zealand?" but you're an immigrant in another country, I'm pretty sure your best friends are going to be Kiwis in that country.
I mean,
So that's why if you're let's say in Spain and then you migrate there, you meet some Kiwis, they're gonna be your best mates, and that's what happens with Venezuelans and Colombians. Like,
yeah, right. You stick together.
yeah. So we stick together because we watch each other's soap operas, so
Yes.
we know a lot. We know a lot from each other's country.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
Comedy in your second language.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, stand-up comedy in your first language is a difficult proposition, right?
Yeah.
But doing it in your second language, so much more difficult.
Well, the thing is, I did comedy in Venezuela, and I found out that this is the best thing I could do because you just work 1 hour a night.
Yes.
So when
At most.
at most, exactly. That's only in festival season.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
right. Like our outside festival season is 10
Yeah,
minutes.
10
a night.
minutes, yeah.
10 minutes. So when I migrated to Australia, I didn't migrate because I wanted to do comedy in Australia. I had other priorities. Just wanted
Yes.
to be safe. Like my country wasn't safe, so I wanted to be in a place where I wasn't worrying about guns and stuff like that.
Sure.
And when I started doing comedy in English, the first thing you need to do is a reference and catch up with the local values.
Yes.
Because if your culture doesn't have, if what you're saying goes against the values of the audience, the jokes will never be funny.
Yeah, it's not going to land. Yeah.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Sometimes when you throw a birthday party for someone, they didn't want it. Exhibit A, my dog Lewis. Many years ago, my niece, when she turned 1, she's much older than that. She just got a license yesterday.
Yeah.
But when she was her first birthday party, there was a bit of just a family gathering. But we've got a fairly big extended family. Not your level, but big enough. So everybody turned up and it's like, oh, where's Missy? She's still asleep. She slept through almost all of her first birthday party, and then when she did wake up, she had that just woken up vibe.
Oh yeah,
where she's just like evil eyeing everybody as she's walking out, like, what are you doing here?
First birthday, second birthdays. Is George's the parents to get on it?
Yeah,
That's
clue
what
what's
it's for.
going on. Catherine's in Bicton. Morning, Catherine.
Good morning, team. Thank you. Yes, my mum was very excited planning my dad's 50th birthday party.
Yeah.
And did all the bits and pieces, and we're all excited. Dad's come home from work. He's walked in the door, and he was very disappointed at the surprise party we'd thrown him because he was actually only 49.
Catherine, how do you not know? How does your mum not know that your dad's only 49?
Yes, well, this is the question that were actually asking for the rest of the evening. So Dad was very disappointed and really couldn't celebrate for the rest of the night, but we all had a great time.
That's actually amazing. I mean, that is a fundamental error.
Yeah. Particularly
Correct.
when someone says, "Oh, you're older than what you are,"
Yeah, I know.
that is a dagger.
Isn't it?
I know.
It doesn't matter if it's 2 days or a year.
When he's actually 50, can you do it all over again? I don't think you can you?
No, the moment had gone, unfortunately.
Yes.
Yep, the moment
amazing.
had gone.
Thanks,
That's
Kat.
a stiff one.
Rhiannon, hello.
Hello, welcome. Hello.
Welcome. Rhiannon, who hated their birthday party?
My mum and her 50th birthday party.
Yeah.
So
Why?
my mum, she was a mad quiz nighter, and we organised a surprise birthday party, but we couldn't get her anywhere without being suspicious. So we created this fake quiz night brochure.
Yes.
All of her friends got in on it, so she's planning for the night. She's getting her little platters ready. She's asking all her friends what they're bringing, and we planned it at a venue that would normally have a quiz night at it. So she had no suspicion whatsoever.
Yeah.
Pulls up into the car park and she's like, oh, it's a big quiz night, very excited. And then she starts to see some familiar faces and she gets, oh, I didn't know they went to quiz night. I'll have to catch up with them later.
Yes.
And then gets into the venue. Everyone yells surprise. She turns around in disgust to her friends and said, I thought we were going to a quiz night. I'm very disappointed.
Oh.
And then proceeds to, as she's going around for the evening, she proceeds to tell everyone how disappointed that they were there for her birthday party rather than being at a quiz night.
She just really loves quiz nights.
Yeah, she wants to show off her knowledge.
Yeah, she was there for the food a majority of the time, but yeah, she was not a very gracious surprise birthday guest.
And what you did was you went to a lot of effort. You really figured out how you could get her to this party. You organised a venue that would be appropriate, and she did not appreciate it one bit.
No, she
Nice.
hated it, and we organised on a Friday night, knowing that was a prime quiz night, and we
Yes.
had to spend the whole next day trying to find a quiz night for her to go to placate her.
Rhiannon.
Oh, that's too funny. Thanks, Rhiannon. Judd's in Beechra. Hello.
Hi.
How you
Hey,
going, Judd?
Judd. Was it your birthday yesterday too?
Yes.
Oh, you share your birthday with my dog. It's an esteemed date, I've got to say, Judd. Are you a reluctant birthday person?
I am.
Oh, maybe it's that date.
Maybe it's the date.
Yes.
Did
Okay.
you-
So talk us through it. What's the story?
I'm a truck driver and I come home and I said to my partner the day beforehand, I don't want to party. I don't want anything for my birthday. I just want it to roll over. I want to forget about it.
Oh,
Go to my parents' house and everyone's there. My brothers, sisters, my uncle, their dog, my partner. And I'm like, no.
why, Judd? Why were you
Yeah,
wanting your birthday just to roll over for?
And that's just a family. It's not a big shindig. It's just a family get together for your birthday.
Yeah. It's just because I don't like age. For me, I'm 18 forever. I turned 25 yesterday.
Oh, I mean, how awful for you. I'm sorry.
You don't want to
The
acknowledge that
grades are
you've got
popping in.
Yeah.
You don't want to acknowledge that you've got another year older.
Oh.
Shit, you're going to be in all sorts when you hit around the 50 mark.
Maybe that's Lewis's problem. He just maybe he just wanted to be 3 forever, and I've made him turn 11 now. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
The Tom Hanks movie.
So the 7th of May people hate a birthday, as it turns out.
Oh, Judd.
And dogs, people and dogs.
So, Judd, how did you suffer through it then?
I just drank a lot of coffee. I don't like cake, so I just ate Mum's homemade spaghetti, which is pretty good. So.
I don't like cake.
No.
Oh, Judd. Well, we're going to make a bit of a fuss of you now. Happy birthday for yesterday, Judd. Oh, great. We love Judd. He's the best.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
Well, Nat, this is going to be absolutely huge. With Inter Milan coming to town.
AC
Milan coming to town versus AS Roma. Yeah, we got the opportunity yesterday, Seabass, you'll be able to hear this interview now, to catch up with former Socceroo Zeljko Kalic, and he played for Milan.
AC Milan, yeah.
And this is our chat with Zeljko. Hey, Zeljko, how you going, mate?
Hey, Zeljko.
How are you guys? You all good?
Yeah, we're great, actually. We're going well. Actually, we can't wait for this game that's coming up. A couple of months ago when it was announced that AC Milan and AS Roma were coming to town, I thought this is going to be ballistic here at Optus Stadium.
Mate, tell me about it. I feel like I'm alive again. I feel like I've been a footballer again, mate. Here I come back to Australia, I forgot that I even had a career.
Yeah, because you played with AC Milan. What was it like playing in front of the Italian crowds? How mental was that?
They are mental. It's just a culture. It's a culture thing. They're so passionate. They love it. They live, eat, breathe, sleep it. It's all about results. It makes people happy, makes people sad, but it's football. And, you know, I miss that. Like, this game has given me a buzz just because of all that energy.
Yeah.
All that energy that I miss. Like, here in Australia, it's like, you know, give the eighth place team a ribbon for participating and all that. Like, mate, the world's gone mad, seriously.
I'm hearing you, Zeljko. You either win or you don't win.
Yes.
And the pressure that comes with that is great. It's either good or bad, and that's how you live your life. But these days, you're right. You're running a race these days, you get a medal.
It's a joke. It's society's gone mad, and you know, a lot of the things we're doing with our young generation. How do you create winners if there's no sacrifice? You know, like
there's got to be sacrifice. Absolutely.
I hear you, Zeljko.
Hey, Zeljko, one of the things, when I was 1 year, I was travelling and I went over to check out Fiorentina play, and Gabriel Batistuta had just left. He was living over here in Perth there for a while, which is amazing to think of someone of his nature was there. But he went to Roma. But anyway, the game started. And it was Fiorentina versus Udinese, and it was like someone had turned a stereo on full bore, like the noise that was coming.
It's a great stadium, ain't it? It was brilliant, and to be fair, it's the worst colour in the world. They're purple strips, but when you go there and the whole stadium's in purple, it's pretty intimidating.
Hey, Zeljko, you're talking to a former captain of the Fremantle Dockers who wear purple, and we're in Perth. We're Perth Glory. We're purple.
Mate, you have to deal with it.
We're pro purple over here.
Perth Glory are purple.
So Zeljko, I imagine that AC Milan and Roma, that is a massive rivalry, right?
It is a huge rivalry, and it's always, you know what, it's always one of the greatest games on the fixture list because two top teams who play great football.
Yeah.
Very, very similarly. It's funny, they're similarly built. Like, so Roma and Milan go for footballers, guys who play a lot of football, attacking brand of football.
Yep.
Not so much size or stature, more the elite level. Like, I remember when we were at Milan, mate, we always used to struggle with set pieces because we weren't a big team. We were all about mobility and playing, keeping the ball and stuff like that. And Roma was built the same way. So the games were always entertaining, very attacking-minded. Like, you know, I played against the likes of Totti and Cassano when they were at Roma, and mate, at that time they were incredible. Like, they were the hottest duo in the Serie A at the time.
Yeah, what about some of the players that you played with during that period at AC Milan? I know David Beckham went through there, but there's some of the names I was looking at.
No, I played with a few little names that you might know, like the Pirlos, the Ronaldinhos, Ronaldo, Cafu, Maldinis, Kakas.
That's amazing.
I played with a few of those small players.
Hey, Zeljko, in the change rooms, what was it like? Because and some of those Brazilian guys, was it hard to get? They're so big superstars. Was it hard to get them to train and?
One of the best questions you can ask me is that, because, you know, we watch these superstars play on TV and everyone goes how good they are, and they don't train. They work so hard.
Okay.
Like, when I got to Milan, I thought I was good. Like, honestly, I was 32, and played the top level for many, many years, and I got the Miller, and I thought I was the dog's bollocks.
Yep.
And then I got there and started working with these guys, and I went, man, how shit am I?
Yeah, really.
like when I seen these guys work, I said, where have I come to? What is this, mate? These guys are machines.
Yeah.
And, the hard work, the dedication, and they were always competitive. Like they would run, and Gattuso would run, and he would break a record in a 400-metre run. Then Kaká would actually try to beat him. Then he would break the record. So the competitiveness, and that's why they were winners. Winners aren't winners. It's installed in them. They want to get better. When you win a competition, the following year's always the hardest because everyone goes, well, I'm the best. So you can drop 10%. And if every player drops 10%, you ain't winning it the following year. But the top teams, they actually grow 10% because they actually want to win again.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun in podcast form.
You know us, we're just hanging around with the Prime Minister as we do. Here's more of our chat.
Hey, Elbo, I was just reading an article before to say speculation, we're talking about speculation, on wedding plans or when it could take place and possibly where it could take place.
The Australian royal wedding.
The royal wedding.
We're talking about yours, Elbo.
Yeah. You don't have to give us too much other than, can you have it at Kirribilli and or Canberra, or is that...
Oh, like a home wedding.
Yeah, or is that like frowned upon? Do you have to look elsewhere, like the Marrickville Tennis Club?
I don't know, but the Marrickville Tennis Club are pitched up, let me tell you.
Yeah.
John Howard's daughter or son got married at Kirribilli.
So
that'd
possible.
be nice.
The Governor General's son or daughter, I think it might have been... got married, or might have even been grandson or granddaughter got married recently at Yarralumla. But we haven't made a decision yet.
Are you tempted
the
just
problem
to
is
run
we're
away?
So busy. Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We are.
I can see that appeal.
I've got to say.
Because there's just so much going on.
But I think Jodie's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Hayden, would frown.
Do you call them Mr. and Mrs. Hayden?
That. No.
Okay, just checking.
No, not at all. Funnily enough, Jodie's father's name is Bill, believe it or not. Bill Hayden.
Bill Hayden.
Hayden. Ah, lovely.
Yeah, great name in politics.
They're great people, also great South Sydney people.
Oh, okay.
We're all having a bad
you're
winter.
having a bad one. With the guest list, I don't know, me, Nat and Nathan will be invited. That's a given.
So if you're on the mantelpiece, you're automatically
that's
invited,
done.
right?
You're commentating as it goes through.
If you need an MC, we're a pretty good team.
Oh,
is
yeah.
what I always say.
It'll get loose real quick, as you know.
Yeah. But that's what you want, right?
But is there... you have to invite dignitaries, don't you?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Oh, cool.
It's our wedding.
That's
cool. It's not a event. It's not an official thing.
It's not a state dinner.
No, we're paying for it.
But do you have a favourite world leader?
We're paying for it. We can invite whoever we want.
Do you have a favourite world leader that you might want to invite?
Oh, there's a few, but I don't.
Do you have like world leader besties?
There's quite a few, but
it
I
wouldn't
don't think
be
I'll be doing
President
that.
G at the moment, I tell you.
No. Probably Justin Trudeau.
I was going to say, he seems like he'd be fun.
Very, very well.
Yeah.
So Justin would be good fun.
Yeah. All right.
He's a good
we'd
fellow,
love to meet him.
all the way from Canada.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be that sort of event. We'll invite people that we want to have
you
there.
like.
That's nice to hear.
Obviously, you guys. I mean,
goes without saying, right?
That's a given, given you're still on the mantelpiece.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
We've had a great day with Rove.
Official text from Mum, I am the favourite child.
Okay, that's...
But did she also text that to all the other children?
It's in the group chat, but I think, I'm pretty sure it was meant for me, though.
Hey, Rove,
I know that winky face anyway.
Yeah.
Before we let you go, we were just talking off air a second ago, and we started talking about Met Gala, and then we went on to people's relationships that are in the spotlight.
Yes, that's right.
Actors and the like, and them working with each other
yes.
along the journey. And you were going to tell us a story, but names have been left aside other than one famous actor.
Well, I think
Can you tell us this story?
I feel this isn't telling tales out of school. I feel this story has been told publicly, and I hope it has. But I have a friend that was in a movie with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, how good she!
Do you know Adam Sandler?
And she got to do a nude scene.
Oh,
it was Jennifer Aniston's first ever on-camera nude role.
Whoa!
And then they saw the finished movie and went, not as good as we'd hoped. And so Jennifer said, you know what, I don't think it's worth going nude for this after all. So can we cut the nude scene, please? Which they did.
So when they said not as good as we'd hoped, were they referring to...
The film.
Okay,
the film wasn't great.
Not the nude bodies.
No.
Right,
But it just meant that my friend has essentially had a nude scene
with Jennifer Aniston.
Well, not even a nude scene, just has been nude with Jennifer Aniston.
And there's no
Nothing
proof.
to show for it.
There's no photographic evidence. I don't know if she filmed something on her phone at the time, or they got a selfie in the moment. But
was the movie released or not?
Yes, the movie Wonderlust. It's Kerry Kenny Silver is her name, is the actor's name. So there you go.
Didn't even make the cut. Oh, you'd be flat.
Well,
if you're going to go,
like
if you're going to go,
but also the whole day you would be going, this is about to happen.
Yes.
We do this scene together and we're nude together. And then
it's Jennifer Aniston.
But here's the other thing. Then you go home and you tell all your mates, guess what I did? Hey, Rove, I was nude with Jennifer Aniston. I'm like, really? She goes, yeah, wait till well, we ended up cutting the scene. Oh, did you?
Yeah,
now?
exactly.
Oh, well, we've all been nude with Jennifer Aniston. But the scene got cut. Oh, sure.
Oldest story in the book.
Yeah.
All right, well, I got to get out of here. I've got to finish making my dog's birthday cake.
Oh, you're doing that.
It is Lewis's 11th birthday today. Big day, obviously.
Big day.
Rove, do you celebrate your dog's birthday?
Yes, we do. We do. She gets a big bone, she gets a squeaky toy, and she gets one of those dog biscuit birthday cake things.
Yes.
And then the next day wonders, what's happening today?
Yeah.
And then realises it's not an everyday
massive
thing.
downer. Yeah.
Does he blow out the candles?
I mean, he probably
With
could.
slobber?
Yeah.
Oh, Nat's going to the next level.
Oh, he's having a party.
He's having a party at the park.
And there's a cake for the people to enjoy that celebrates his interests, and then there'll be treats for the
What's
dogs
the theme?
to enjoy.
Met Gala style. What do the dogs have to wear? Yeah. If you're driving around the streets of Perth today, anywhere, and you see dogs dressed as garden implements, it's Nat's
Lewis is
dog's
going as a
birthday
shovel.
party.
He likes to dig, and I will have to carry him up the stairs if need be too.
Well, they'll all go dressed as trees and just wee on each other. That's the problem.
I've been to that party.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Big
Way to
shout out
fix
to
it.
Kozza, who, my mum. I will be away on Sunday, but I will be thinking of you. I sent Mum flowers the other day because she had taken care of Ruby while Taz and I were both away.
Yeah.
And so I just sent flowers to say thanks because it's a week and that's a commitment, even though it's just she's happy to
that's a
spend
nice
time with
thing
our
to do,
daughter,
yes.
who is a decent human being. But I thought, and she didn't know they were coming because that's part of the surprise, right?
Yeah, of course it is.
So apparently the guy's like knocked on the door. She's like, I've got flowers. She goes, no, they're not for me. And he's like, this is the name. She goes, I think you have the wrong house. I'm not expecting flowers. There's no reason why I would have flowers. And then he said, oh, can you just take the flowers? Just, ma'am, it's just
easy for me to take the
I'm just a
flowers.
delivery guy. Just help me out here. Take the goddamn flowers. So she takes the flowers and she reads the note. She's like, oh, it's for us, from us. And she sent us a very nice message to say thanks. And I immediately had to say, just so you know, this isn't for Mother's Day. I know Mother's Day is next week. I thought her first thought will be, my stupid son
doesn't know what day Mother's
it's
Day
Mother's
is.
Day next week, you clown.
So, but you've peaked early. So now
that's
you've
when
got
I
to go
realised,
bigger
you know what
than
I've
that.
done? And I'm away for Mother's Day. So what I want to do is backtrack and go, instead of it being, hey, thanks for, can I just go, early Mother's Day, got him first as the favourite
late.
child.
You've already.
It's too late, can't
you've
change
already,
the card.
Can I ask you, who do you think is the favourite child?
It's me.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know
What are
if
you
yours?
talking
I
about?
know in my family, and it's not me. And do you know how I know?
How do you
My
know?
parents tell me. So I FaceTime them most Sundays.
Yes.
And so I FaceTime them the other day, and my dad answered by saying, oh, I thought it was the favourite child calling, being my older brother, Greg. And I went, and they've said it before. Often I'll be talking to them, and then Greg starts calling, and they like go, "Oh, we got to go. Greg's calling." I'm like, "We've been talking for 2 minutes. Hang up."
That's
and they go
it.
and talk
It's
to him.
who gets the call, who gets hung
Yeah,
up on
that's how you
because
know.
someone else
and
is
they
calling.
do say, "Oh yeah, no, he's the favourite eldest, so he's just got in first."
It's
I
a bit
think.
of that. I used to think it was my brother, being the youngest, being the baby.
Yeah, of course.
I think he got most of the love. He may look.
See,
If I'm
I'm
being
the
honest,
baby
he
and
may
the only
still
girl,
be.
and still not the favourite.
Jeez, what are you doing wrong?
I know.
And I'm the famous one. Good lord! What do I have to do?
Strangers aren't stopping them
But
in
then
the
do
street
you-
to ask about Greg's engineering.
See, but then from the other stage,
that's
as a
right.
parent, do you start looking at the kids? Do you line them up and go, right? Who's
Well, I
getting
tell
it?
Sunny just about daily that she's my favourite, and then I preface that with daughter.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, most parents cop out and go, "Oh, it's the favourite's whoever I'm talking to at the time." Like, you know. But that's
the
but
one
my
talking
parents.
to you at the time is really interesting because you just brought that up about if Greg's ringing. My dad does that every single time you're talking to him. Oh, got to go. David's on the phone. Next time it'll be David will be talking to him, and got to go. Tim's on the phone, and
Oh,
he'll
so
just
he
go
just-
from phone call to phone
he just
call.
can't handle call waiting.
That's it. and then he hangs up on everybody.
That's right.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Sean.
Caitlin Bassett in for Nathan this morning, of course, and we've got Jeremy McGovern from the West Coast Eagles.
Yeah, Gov, last night, or over the last couple of nights, we've seen that a Gold Coast Sun player, Powell, what's his first name? Will Powell, he's a Claremont boy, I should know that. And he has been suspended for 5 matches for a gay slur. This has been put across to you as a player group, I'd imagine, from the AFL. Any of this stuff, you'll be hit hard?
Yeah, well, obviously AFL showed their stance on it for sure, and they've showed it obviously this week as well with Will, and I don't know the exact circumstances of exactly what's happened, but obviously he's been suspended for 5 games, so I think they've set a precedence for what they're accepting and not accepting. I think as players and people in the industry, we just need to adjust and make sure we're doing the right thing.
Has there been a directive, or a communication from the league about what isn't accepted in this sort of scenario?
Not exactly the exact directive, but I think everyone can sort of understand.
Yes.
I think from outside and inside, understand what they're going to accept and not accept. The only thing that makes it hard is for players is in the moment of what's going on, and I know that in those instances things are said without exact meaning, if that makes sense.
Without thought.
And no thought and heat of the moment. But as players, we just need to adjust and make sure we're not doing that at all on the footy field or in general in public anywhere. So we just need to all adjust, I think.
5 weeks seems severe for when you put it in the context of the suspensions for, head high hits and things like that.
Yeah.
Like if you were suspended for 5 weeks for a physical incident, it would be you've done something bad, really bad. So sort of making it an equivalent punishment. Does 5 weeks seem severe to you?
When you put it like that, it does.
Compared to what other people are suspended 5 weeks for,
when you put it like that, for sure, it does seem. But I think the AFL is just trying to show how seriously they're taking it. And like I said, as players, we just need to adjust and make sure we're doing the right things in that space. But 5 weeks when you put it next to each other,
it's a big chunk out of its season.
It's a fair bit. But like I said, the AFL is just trying to put their foot down. And
it's pretty clear now how they stand on it, isn't it?
Very clear.
Does it make you nervous as a player? I guess
so
back in the day, there weren't microphones around picking up all this stuff, so it was behaviour that it's probably just became part of your game because you were allowed to get away with it. Like, are you just so mindful now when you're on the field?
Yeah, you do. You have to be.
Are you a big chatter? Are you talking a lot to your opponent?
And I think I'm going the other way. I might just take my mouth shut. You are a little bit mindful of it, but most of the time it's not too directive, and it's just a bit of a laugh and sort of have a go and call each other a name or two, but it's not ever personal.
But I
think we just need to really just be careful with it and it's
community standards are changing.
But you're playing like a real hardcore sport. It's a gladiatorial type of thing, and I know that people said stuff to me a lot or smashed me in the head or whatever, but I'd still shake their hand afterwards because I understand what happened on there was part of what we're trying to do. But getting back to what you're saying, the community standards are changing.
Yeah, we just need to accept it and adjust and be better at it, I guess. So it's a challenge for all AFL, everyone, not just AFL players, everyone in general.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Yeah.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.